From Toronto, Danforth.
Thank you, Speaker. My question to the Premier. Can the Premier tell Ontarians whether there will be any review of selling off Hydro 1 to foreign owners?
Thank you. Premier.
Minister of Finance.
Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We've been talking about the review of a number of assets. Actually, we've been talking about this review since April of 2014 when we brought forward the most progressive budget in Ontario's history that was denied by the opposition, who didn't even show up for lockup, Mr. Speaker. And in it, we've discussed a number of initiatives going forward. And we're talking about broad ownership of Hydro 1 at this stage, recognizing that it's about giving opportunities for our retail and certain institutions, but it's broadly spaced in Ontario, Mr. Speaker, and we'll further discuss it in the months to come. Thank you.
Thank you. Supplementary.
So I guess that's a no. The Premier knows that foreign owners can litigate under NAFTA. They can litigate under the WTO. Independent research from the Legislative Library confirms that any amount of foreign ownership can open the door to litigation. And legal experts confirm investors have the right to sue the government if the government gets in the way of maximizing their profits. And they specifically say, quote, the balance between the public interest and the rights of foreign investors would be tipped decidedly in favour of foreign investors. Why is the Premier handing away control of a strategic asset like Hydro 1 to foreign investors?
Question. Minister.
Mr. Speaker, Hydro 1 will be one of the biggest companies in Canada. It's going to enable us to have a progressive and growing corporation housed right here in Ontario, owned by Ontarians, Mr. Speaker, and it's going to enable us to provide even greater increase in dividends and opportunities for the public, who will be able to have the opportunity to buy into the company. Mr. Speaker, it is about protecting the public interest as well, and we'll continue to do that with the opportunities that will exist, as we do with other major corporations in Canada. We're talking about the first tranche of being only 50%. The public and Ontario will still have 85% of the company this year as we proceed forward to assess the dynamics of what will perhaps occur thereafter, all with the intention of protecting the public interest and, more importantly, reinvesting the money into infrastructure to earn even greater value for the province and for the people of Ontario.